These are things we can control. It's perspective, gratitude. Are we seeing life? Are we looking into these things and say, hey, like, what am I complaining about? Hello everyone, this is Inspired Tuesday number 57 because our team at Icon Dental Center believes that starting the day motivated and inspired sets up the rest of the day for success. We bring quotes to our morning huddles and it has been so positive to our team that we decided to share it with you and hope to motivate and inspire you as well. Today the topic is get great. Everyone has a different idea on what it means to be great. For some people, it could be to become an actor. For some, to become an entrepreneur. For some, it is to save lives, to become a teacher, or to create beautiful smiles like us dentists. And it is on you to decide and determine what it means for you to get great. But there's for sure an overlap on the lives of all people that get great. So I have in here 3 tips to help our team and you to get great. I'll talk about 2 tips, bring 1 quote, and then 1 more tip. Enjoy! Tip number 1 is work on your strengths. And most people, or even conventional school, will tell you work on your weaknesses. And let me tell you this one thing in here that I can tell you from experience and how I see this. I came from Brazil. I'm a second language. And when I came here, I didn't even speak English. But definitely I wanted to become a doctor. So yes, I had to go and learn English. But even today, if you listen to me talking, you're gonna see that my grammar gets very messed up. Every once in a while, I say the wrong grammar. And I still managed to graduate from the University of Washington, a School of Dentistry, which is here in the United States. Because at the end of the day, I am a dentist, an entrepreneur, I'm not a journalist. So why would I keep focusing on English and just keep taking English classes? It's fine. I am good in English, but I focused on my strength, which is science, things that I'm better at. And this is really important because the secret is you gotta have to focus on your strength and build a team that will complement you on things that you're not good at. At the same time, one thing to remember is that the world belongs to people that are experts, really, really good at one thing. They're so good at one thing that cannot be ignored. It's not like if you become good at this, and everything, this is gonna be average. That's mediocre because you're not gonna provide so much value in one thing that you cannot be substituted, you know what I mean? So you gotta become really good. And this is really important, to not listen to society or anybody that tells you go and become good at a lot of things. You gotta have to focus on things and hopefully something you like so you can become even better. So if you wanna create and build something big and make a huge impact, you're gonna have to become really good at something, and then you create a team that it's gonna support you on things that you're not good at. And this totally happens to me and my partner at work. So we both definitely share the same values of integrity, character, work ethics, all these things. But if you meet both of us, we have very different personalities. So when first people met us, they were like, how is this partnership gonna work? And guess what? This is where our strength is. We definitely complement each other, and this team is so strong because we complement each other. We're not the same, and you gotta have to be able to understand that, this fact that you become good at what you add and accept what you're not good at and complement it with people that can support you with things that you're not good at. So that's a great tip. Go ahead and work and focus on your strengths. Tip number 2 is change what you can. So there's so many things that you cannot change because you don't have control over. So that's why it's so important for us to maintain control on things that we can change. If there's something you can change, then you control. And what are those things? Your attitude, like your job, people you surround yourself with. You can choose that. You can choose, what do you do in your free time? What do you do with your health? Like, are you taking care of it? Are you working out? Like, those things are things that you can control. So that's very important for you to really maintain control on that. That's things that you can change. Because I'll give an example right now, like what happened at work. There's this one day at lunchtime, I'm talking to one of my front desk. So we were talking about how hard it was that night, that both of us didn't sleep. We woke up in the middle of the night and going back, and then of course we come back to work and we're bringing our A game, and look at us smiling, and you know, it doesn't matter if we're sleep deprived or not. You know, this is out of passion. We're doing this to serve our patients and whoever's around us. Bottom line, we're talking like this, and then after lunch, I had a patient. Then a patient is just telling me how nice is this 1 hour that she's relaxing. This 1 hour out of the whole day, she's relaxing at the dentist for having a clinic. I was like, oh, that's interesting, you know, like that. It's so relaxing. I'm happy about that. But then going deeper in the conversation, she's telling me that right now, only right now, her daughter that is 4 years old is just learning how to walk because she has some kind of disability. So can you imagine how much right here we complain that we didn't sleep one night? So these are things we can control. It's perspective, gratitude. Are we seeing life? Are we looking into these things and say, hey, like, what am I complaining about? Really, I have no reasons to complain. It was a one night that I didn't sleep. I can sleep another night. Things like that. Whatever it is, like, it doesn't matter how hard a situation is. Even in the worst situation, you can still live well because you can choose on what you're gonna focus. And I am totally right now not saying that, oh, we can't get sad. Like, I'm gonna ignore somebody's dying, but I have to be positive because ignore that someone is. It's not like that, you know. Of course we get sad, of course we, you know, bad things happen, catastrophe happen to all of us, but it's our choice on how long we're gonna stay in that state. And what are we gonna choose? Are we gonna choose to be depressed forever? Or like, or are we gonna choose, like, someone is sick, but listen, look at this. My son is healthy today. Am I grateful for that? Like, you start looking at those positive things and start to shift on what you're gonna focus. So these are things you can change. Is how do you feel? How do you react? How grateful you are? What are you choosing every day? Are you choosing to have a good attitude, or you're just choosing to stay depressed for so long? And hey, I understand that depression can be sometimes out of control. So then the choice is, are you choosing to seek for help? See, so focus on those things that you really can change, and that's how you're gonna get great. That really works.
A quote from Blake Griffin: you have to fall in love with the process of becoming great.
Tip number 3 is take responsibilities for your actions. This tip in here is basic for you to get great. You gotta be accountable in order for you to be a team player. You know, and this is what I tell my 15-year-old all the time, and I try to, like, you know, when we have meetings at work, we say that no one owes you anything. This is what I tell my daughter. And if you have a mindset like that, you can achieve great things in life. No one owes you anything. Just, I'll give, like, right today, I was just talking about coming from Brazil and not speaking English, so going in that same you know, thinking, same thought, I can mention that when I came, I knew that it was on me. Like, if I wanted to learn English and become a doctor, nobody's gonna give that to me. You know, it's on me. And that's what I tell my daughter. Like, it doesn't matter if your mother or father or whoever is successful, it doesn't make you successful. It's on you if you want to become successful. Because, you know, nobody gives you confidence. All those things that you have to find it in yourself. So when I came, I started watching TV. I wanted to be like watching CNN so I could learn, instead of learning the slang, I wanted to learn the right language since I was gonna go to school. So watching CNN, no, I didn't understand at first a lot. Keep watching, be obsessed, hours and hours, and I started to sink. Things started to make sense. Same thing with reading. I was going to college, that's before dental school, and I wanted to get better and a better understanding and learning. I was buying those newspapers, like that you put a quarter or 50 cents that you can buy the newspaper and get it from the little machine by the bus station. Every day in the bus, I would read the whole newspaper. Do I care what is in there? Nothing really interests me. Is my goal and obsession to know that if I wanted to get great, I wanted to become something, I had to learn the language first. And you gotta be resourceful and you gotta put it on yourself, not be expecting, why nobody taught me when I was home, nobody sent me to school. It's on you. And same thing also, my daughter was going to a party and she's like, do you think it's a birthday party for one of the high schoolers? And she's like, oh, is it gonna be fun? Do you think I'm not gonna feel good about it? I said, look, if you wanna have fun, that's on you too. You can expect other people to make you have fun. You go with intention to get fun and have a good time, then you'll have a good time because you're not expecting and putting this blaming on other people what you feel. Don't let anyone upset you. It's a choice. It's a decision. Go there and nobody's gonna upset me and I'm going to have fun. Guess what? She came back saying it was so much fun. It's a mindset. It's totally a mindset on how you feel and you are accountable. When you believe that it's you, it gives you control because if you're blaming other people, that can happen to even at work. Like, they didn't give me the information I needed. Why didn't you ask for it? To see, like, if you believe that it's on you and you are accountable for the things that you're doing or what's happening, you can be so great that you won't believe it. I hope you guys like the topic and the quote today, and I'd love to hear from you. What are your tips to get great? To you, is there anything that you had to go through and it struggled and then it made you great for something that you did? Leave me comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Which one of those tips resonate the most with you? And definitely, if there's any topic that you'd like us to talk about, I'd love to connect with you and talk about topics that you also have in common with us. And leave me comments below. And if you haven't done yet, go ahead and like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and YouTube, our YouTube channel. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.